will have its ups and downs, but if they can pitch like they can, I think this team is going to be pretty successful.
All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Cleveland Indians.
A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. B-Row, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, if I could tell this lineup one thing, it would be let's get on this guy early. Day game. In this ballpark, the sun starts glaring, starts getting later in the day. Those shadows start creeping in right around the time that bullpen starts getting warmed up. Got to find a way to scratch a few across early.
So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. There's a fight at the bat rack.
Set to get his day started, Alcides Escobar. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corner.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally, high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish. There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going, so he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Skied into straightaway right. And that's taken in by Chisenhall, and there are two gone now. And he's up to third safely now with two gone in the inning. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Previous battles with Carlos Carrasco, comes in with 6 hits in 25 tries. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. Comes set, and the 0-1. Little dribbler down the line. Ramirez loves it. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. Royals leave 1. Now the try. And with that, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the Indians. Mark DeRosa, what's the key to them starting out 1-0 here at home?
Well, Matt, the key for me to success for this lineup is they got to be willing to come through in big spots. They got to stick to the game plan. Somebody's going to have to get a knock with 2 outs and find a way to not leave base runners stranded.
Jason Hamill gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
You know, Matt, his last one wasn't horrible, but this guy did give up 5 runs in his last start. He was tagged with the loss, and he's going to look to be a lot better in this one here today.
Here's Michael Brantley. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Hit out towards second. Merrifield picks it up, and the inning begins with a quick out number 1. So here's Francisco Lindor now. He was 1 for 4 back in Wednesday's contest. He's set, and the pitch. Line to the right side. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters 3, 4, 5. A nice piece of work.
Into the box, Jose Ramirez. Pitch out, nothing doing. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They come in hoping not to fall too deep into an early season hole as they're just 1-5 to start the new campaign.
Yeah, Matty, it was nice to see. This team hadn't been playing well. They've been on a recent losing streak and able to win their last game. Just relaxes everybody. Let's see if they continue that trend.
Edwin Encarnacion now. A couple of hits in 5 trips to the plate for him back on Wednesday. From the stretch. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Lindor rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's in safely at third as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
This is the way you want to start the game on the offensive side of things. Teammate puts himself in the scoring position, and you're able to bring him home with a gapper. That's the kind of thing that gets the whole lineup excited to put up some numbers.
Here's Rajay Davis now. Line drive to left. Gordon is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And boy, not quite sure why, but they decide not to risk it with 2 outs on a very deep fly ball. Really surprising. Striding in for the Indians, Jason Kipnis. And the Tribe with an opportunity for still more damage here in the first. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Hey, he finds himself in a tough situation early, and he's going to have to execute a pitch to get out of it. But if he does, it'll build confidence, and he starts rolling as the later innings start happening.
And that is through into center field, a base hit. And not in time as the run scores. Now a good throw-in will hold that second runner at third base, so they're at the corners now with 2 away.
Third baseman, Yonder Alonso.
Here's Yonder Alonso. And he puts it on the ground to second. Merrifield scoops it up onto first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No. In is Jorge Soler, and he'll face Carlos Carrasco to get the inning underway.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Boy, that's just about in the catcher's glove there. It's 0-2. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. So next to the plate for the Royals, Jorge Bonifacio. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. Bonifacio is playing up the middle and center field here, but most often he can be found in right. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball down near the shoe tops. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. In now, Chesler Cuthbert, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So a 2-out knock, and we'll go a little deeper into the top of the second.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. One left for Kansas City. Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. He's fresh off a 4-hit ball game back on Wednesday.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
Hey, the offense did their homework coming into this one. There's another leadoff knock in the second. That makes five hits already for these guys.
In now for Cleveland, Francisco Mejia, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
This is lifted out to left. Going after it is Gordon. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Ready for another chance? Michael Brantley. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Double play ball to second. 4. Merrifield brings it in, and he'll get to fielder's choice play at second, but that's all. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Digging in for his second at-bat, Francisco Lindor. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. First pitch on its way. Missed with a slider. Lindor makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. Bonifacio is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Indians leave 1. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. So coming to the plate, Michael King, and he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Man, I know exactly what this guy's feeling at the plate. Here we go again. Every time you're struggling, you look up, and it says 0-2.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Michael King goes down for the first out here in inning number 3. Riding in once again, Paulo Orlando. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
Right down Main Street, caught him looking. At the plate, Alcides Escobar. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. And this is hit hard to the right side. 2 out, nobody on. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The next 0-2. This is line to left. Coming on is Brantley, but he won't get there. It's a base hit. Good work in a pitcher's count to get on base and keep the inning alive. Digging in now for Kansas City, Whit Merrifield. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Pitch misses low. The throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. From the stretch. Now this is sprayed foul off to the left, and that'll even the count at 1-1. Merrifield behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Escobar at second with 2 down. And a curveball swung on and missed, and a great call there as the inning is over. Royals leave one. They're down 2-0. Digging in to try it again, Jose Ramirez. He reached on a single in his first try. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Softly on a line to third. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
And that's taken in by Escobar for the first out. So one man gone for Cleveland here in the third. And stepping in is the center fielder, Rajay Davis. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode from the minute he walked into the batter's box.
Shot foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. Runner at first here, one man out. Hit in the air to shallow center. Bonifacio is there, and he'll bring this one in. So it's a runner at first with two gone. And standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. First pitch on its way. Popped up. Hamill is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll tire the side. One left for the Tribe, but they're on top 2. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Salvador Perez. He'll try to get it going here to begin the fourth.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
So here's the Royals DH, Jorge Soler. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Curveball looked at here for strike one. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
Hey, this is interesting right here. Got him down 0-2. He's been swinging the heck out of the bat. I thought they would pitch around him. He's going to have to button it up a little bit.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Jorge Soler goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. KC down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yonder Alonso. He'll begin things here against Jason Hamill.
Yonder Alonso.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. And a good throw gets him one gone.
The right fielder, number 8.
Striding into the box, Lonnie Chisenhall. He singled his last time up. Now here's the pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first is Chisenhall. He'll head for second now. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double. Well, fans love a lot of offense, and that's what they're getting here, Dan.
You said it, Matty. That's 10 hits in this game between the two teams already. Got to tell you, as a pitcher, this is a little painful for me to watch.
Standing in now, Francisco Mejia. He'll send the first one he sees on the ground to second. And that's the second out.
Left fielder number 2.
Here's Michael Brantley. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Hamill sets. First pitch on the way. Sent on the ground out to second. Merrifield picks it up. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Just a 4-pitch inning there as the Indians go down quiet. Here now is Cheslor Cuthbert. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Now batting.
Digging in, Michael King. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking the zone. They have to get more aggressive.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. They trail it here. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning.
Lindor.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Bonifacio's under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Now batting, Jose Ramirez. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
This is skied into short left center. Escobar into shallow left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in once again, Edwin Encarnacion. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. He's set. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Bonifacio over to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Just a 4-pitch inning there as the Indians go down quietly, but they hold it. And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. Down the first baseline. Alonso is there, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 2.
Ready once again, Alcides Escobar. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Wow, I think the heart of this system is right on top of us because it is really coming down out there. This isn't an easy sport to play in the rain.
Behind 0-2 now. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Tries to go the other way as this is hit in the air down the right field line. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Digging in once again, Whit Merrifield. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Lifted down the line in left. Here comes Brantley. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they can get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
No hits to this point. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Alonso is there for it, and that's the 3rd out. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more. Here's Rajay Davis now. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
Rajay Davis.
First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Here's the 0-1. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
On to first is Escobar, 1 away.
The second baseman, number 22.
Ready for another shot now. Jason Kipnis. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. He's set, and the pitch. A little bouncer, but it's foul. Strike 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Yonder Alonso. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First offering on its way. This is hit out to right. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3, but they're on top 2-0. In is Jorge Soler. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
In the air, down the line in left. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Takes a high fastball for a strike. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
The 7th inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Jorge Bonifacio goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Chased after that one, and it's 0-1.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
1-0 the count. Grounded to first. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Stretch time. Brian Flynn gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start. The home 7th. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. But no problem at first, and that's the first out. Riding in once again, Francisco Mejia. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Set to deliver the 0-1. Into center field, line drive, base hit. Number 9 batter comes through that time as it'll now be up to the top of the order with 1 away.
Boy, D-Roll, that's awful scary from a pitcher standpoint, but what's it feel like when you hit one as a hitter that you know is going right at a pitcher?
Yeah, it's scary from the offensive standpoint as well. You know, you're taught to hit it right back where it came from, but those moments right there make you cringe as you're coming out of the box. We got lucky with that.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on. Well, the Indians have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
From the stretch. A bouncer to the left side. Cuthbert loves it. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Ready for another chance? Michael King. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
And it's 0-1 to the Kansas City first baseman. And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt.
Here's another 0-2. Count remains at 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit, right? That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
Well, there it is. This one is going to be delayed as the crew chief has made the call to suspend action.
You know, Matt, I just get the feeling this isn't going to be a very long delay. And we do have some clearing skies, so I think both of these guys possibly will go back out.
Well, the rain is finally past us as we welcome you back. Carlos Carrasco makes his way back out onto the mound, and we're ready to continue. Set to face him first, Paulo Orlando. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
Boy, he's just been setting him up and knocking him down all afternoon. We've seen a lot of punch-outs from him where he didn't get much resistance. 3 pitches right there, and see you later.
Davis moving in. Can't get there, though, and that's his second hit of the game. So now with 2 away, the middle of the order gets to bat with opportunities on base. With Merrifield next to hit. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. Grounded to the right. And that's through into right field for a base hit. But not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Andrew Miller is called upon with 2 out in the 8th as he's asked to complete a 4-out save.
Andrew Miller.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Perez waiting on the 1-1. Popped him up. Mejia shading to his right. And the inning is over. It's a run on 2 hits here for KC. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Indians on top 2-1. Seth Maness is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
63. Seth Maness.
Jose Ramirez will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit out towards second. Merrifield scoops it up, and there's 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Edwin Encarnacion. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Left side. Escobar fields it cleanly. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Encarnacion for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
In now for Cleveland, Rajay Davis. He was a ground-out victim last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. So this is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. In is Jorge Soler. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Behind 0-2 now. A pause and the 0-2. And he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone. And there are the final numbers for the Indians starter. It was a really nice day on the mound for him. And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
Don't kid yourself. He's well aware that he has the hat trick right now. And after that swinging strike, he's looking at the golden sombrero.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Jorge Bonifacio is retired, and now they're down to their final out in this one.
Wow, he's just a lost cause in this one. That's the 4th time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's about as bad of a day as you can have.
Here now is Cheslor Cuthbert. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. And that's going to put an end to this one. And the Indians have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4-out save. Job well done.
Pitching and defense game 2-1, the final score this afternoon. The Indians jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Carlos Carrasco earns his first win of the season, striking out 12 in the process. Jason Hamill pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Andrew Miller gets a 4-out save, his first of the year. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious Cleveland Indians, 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors, left 7 men on base. Kansas City, 1 run, 7 hits, no errors, they left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 43 minutes. This afternoon's paid attendance at Progressive Field, 43,345. Indians thank you for your continued support and remind you, please drive home safely.
First opened for business in 1994. We're on the air from Progressive Field in Seatown, Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the Kansas City Royals and the